Imagine a killer so cunning, he used stolen insulin to make his victims appear dead before strangling them. This is the story of Charles Ibo Kwanzaa, known as the Accra Strangler, whose crimes terrorized Ghana in the 1990s. But he is just one piece of a much darker puzzle. Across Africa, there are stories of unsolved crimes, serial killers, and atrocities that history tried to forget. From the ABC killer in South Africa to the forgotten genocide in Namibia, these mysteries reveal a continent grappling with its darkest chapters. Let us begin in Accra, Ghana, where Kwanzaa's reign of terror began. Between 1993 and 2000, over 30 women, mostly food sellers and sex workers, fell victim to his brutal methods. He would attack them at night, inject them with insulin to induce hypoglycemia, and strangle them. Witnesses described him as a shadowy figure lurking near train stations. It wasn't until 2000 that a witness identified him near a crime scene, leading to his arrest. Kwanzaa confessed to over 20 murders and was convicted in 2001. But forensic evidence suggests he may have killed upwards of 40 women. His case forced Ghana to establish its first DNA lab, revolutionizing forensic science in the region. Moving to South Africa, we encounter Moses Sitho, the ABC killer. Between 1994 and 1995, he raped 40 women, robbed 6, and murdered 38. His victims included Agnes Sibonja Mbuli and Beauty Ntomba Ndabini, whose lives were cut short by his violence. Sitho was arrested in October 1995 and convicted 2 years later. His crimes highlighted the vulnerability of women in South Africa, a country grappling with high rates of gender-based violence. But serial killers are not a modern phenomenon in Africa. Pierre Bourson, active in the early 1900s, is now recognized as South Africa's first serial killer. His crimes, however, were not classified as such until 75 years later. This delay underscores how historical narratives often obscure the truth. In Namibia, another dark chapter unfolded between 1904 and 1908. The Herero and Nommo peoples were systematically exterminated by German colonial forces. Approximately 80% of the Herero and 50% of the Nommo populations were wiped out. Children were abducted, mutilated, and forced into slavery. This genocide, initially suppressed by colonial narratives, serves as a stark reminder of the atrocities committed under colonial rule. The Matehiko murders in Ghana's Mahiko and Dansman suburbs add another layer to this complex history. These crimes, attributed to the Accra Strangler, followed a chilling pattern. Women were attacked, raped, and strangled, leaving communities in fear. The insulin method used by Kwanzaa was a macabre twist that complicated investigations. In London, the 2001 murder of a 5-year-old African child linked African ritualistic practices to international occult investigations. The child's arms, legs, and head were removed in what was determined to be a muti murder, a ritual sacrifice originating in southern Africa. This case highlighted the global reach of African occult practices and their impact on criminal investigations. The Kwanzaa case marked a turning point for Ghana's criminal justice system. The establishment of a DNA lab revolutionized forensic investigations, allowing cold cases to be reopened and perpetrators to be convicted. Yet, the stigma against sex workers remains a critical issue, as they are often primary targets of predators. Modern Africa continues to grapple with the legacy of these crimes. Ritual killings for perceived power or wealth persist in parts of South Africa and Nigeria, while crime fiction has surged in popularity, reflecting society's engagement with its dark history. These stories are not just about the crimes themselves but about the lives affected and the lessons learned. They remind us of the importance of justice, the need for historical accountability, and the resilience of communities in the face of unimaginable horrors. Africa's darkest secrets are not just tales of the past but a call to confront the truths that shape our present.